have any chance in the bracket.
I mean, realistically, there's a couple of mixed teams. You've got the Swedish mix that are involved here in the Open qualifier, and now, of course, this mixed team here at Victory Zigzag. The only way it goes from mixed to potentially being a lineup is if you have a deep run. If you cause upsets and you go deep here in the closed qual.
And that's, of course, just yet to be seen. And if it will happen right here in this particular matchup. It will be a decent chance, a decent start if Victory Zigzag can make it happen. So let's get into it. It's the first map of Ancient Pistol Round going live. Niner on the CT half. And very quickly into the T pistol, the VZ side will make their way up and into the B bomb site very quick. MupsG is going to lead that charge. Goofy can try and tap them down and will be able to force out a team kill from Mertz here, bringing it into a 4-on-4.
Yeah, rotations are coming in pretty quickly towards our backline. Another deeper smoke out towards a short control. It comes down to Kai on the contact towards ramp at long.
Taps will continue. They will try and seek out these frags from the backlines. The bomb is going to get planted by Bubble. Kyler and Kai with a couple of decent picks. Kai can double up and now leave it all onto Bubble. The lone defender here on the site. Trying to see if he can force out an angle into the backlines. And I think Nine are ready for it. One man, Kyler, is watching that position. All three individuals, including the backlines of Minio, closing in ever so slowly to find the man. They haven't checked this short position, though. Bubble given a decent kill. Now being flanked again from the back of Kyler. And Kai can combine alongside that man to get that final pick and secure the pistol for 9.
Yeah, decent retake coming through from the Polish side. I think it really showed the impact that Kai was able to establish out from that long control, playing quite defensive, waiting for those T-side players to keep encroaching and putting further pressure up towards long and trying to open up and create some more space on the bomb site directly. At least with a bomb plant, it's an opportunity for the mixed squad to try and invest up, try and see if they can put an emphasis down on resetting the economy line, coming through successfully here in the second round. I mean, even Hades getting out that big green being dropped over from Kai instantly in the round.
And there's the start that 9 would have needed. Get involved early, get started on the right foot, and again, try and work towards that 2-0 in dominating fashion here on this map. Might beat the opposing pick, but again, that difference so staunch in comparison. Kyler taking fights, and Propler can at least win out one of those engagements. Minio can clap back, as can Kai on those MP9s. The 4-on-3 for 9.
Now that top lane and mid control, unfortunately, just fizzled out of control here for the T side, and they have to work on their back foot. Have to try and see if they can work a pick. I mean, it's turning into a very defensive round now from 9. Play the man advantage, have Goofy as just a spotter, and just to try and gather that information out towards red. You've got even Kai playing incredibly defensive outside of B. So if the bomb does go down towards a direction of B, it's probably just a retake here from 9.
Just slowly walking forward. Ever so careful. Smoke from Mertz at the ready, puts it out towards that short position, trying to push the issue here. Sprays on from Kai, just blind as a bat past these smokes. Plant secured, easy. Minio will catch off that frag, now leaving it onto MupsG on 2 points of health, and Gruby at 100 in this two-man disadvantage. Eventually, one will get overwhelmed, and the last man pushed out of the bomb site. Goofy does get a TK with a little bit of comedy there for the 9 side, but ultimately, that 2-0 will be locked in. 9 will look pretty good.
It just shows the protocol there from 9. No worries whatsoever when it comes to being able to give them the plant, give them that security, and just retake in. You've got the weaponry advantage, you've got the util at the ready, you've also got that man up in the 4v3. So another bomb plant, another force buy potential to try and come down here into the third round if they really want to try and be able to break that economy completely. And it seems like they want to keep it quite harshly, upgrading a couple of pistols here and there, getting some Kevlar out, get some nades forward. I mean, for Victory Zigzag, if they could just keep this round expensive, that will be looked at as a benefit.
Yeah, just see what these hand cannons can do, if they can do anything at all. Smokes are set. Kyler in mid alongside Minio. Block off vision and any sort of contact there from the boys in over at elbow. Decent nade damage will be done from blind, though, by Kyler's position. Mertz and Propler will still hunt for that pick, do some very good damage, but still not the opening kill.
And now starting to see if they can walk further forward out here towards the A main entrance. The AWP is going to be the first point of contact. Kai's got that first kill out towards mid, and now pressure could start going down towards Hades.
Get the kill on Gruby, swing back on Bubble, drop that bomb. Swing out for the triple. Perhaps didn't quite catch Mertz. A little bit tunnel vision in that particular case. The USP still having the HP advantage to get that frag in the end. Alongside Kyler's support, it will be all 5 alive And again, the confidence continuing to roll in for 9 in these early rounds. That were just pistols, however, victory Zigzag. So I'll bring in the rifle round. Here come the guns.
And this is an opportunity for Victory Zigzag to put some early emphasis on getting rounds up on the board and not allowing 9 to be able to get up to a 5-0 beginning, 6-0, and that's when all the confidence starts going downhill. Get the AKs up, get a good amount of util. Well, they'll be desperate to try and get one of these opening picks. Proper trying to work the mid control by himself.
Very fast. All on his lonesome. Utility support is there. He takes some damage back at the utility of the CT side. Kai with the confidence to force forward ahead of that Molotov put up there. Smoke in ahead of Cheetah and the blind spray. Heard the footsteps of Bubble. Going to try and connect him together. And through that wall bang, he'll drop the bomb.
Now, that's insane that Kai's actually smoked down the molly and try to get on the front side of it. Normally, you just see the respect and falling back and getting out towards that cheetah control. And now, once they've got that opening man advantage, they're starting to pressure out towards A main. Both Kyler and Minio to work together.
And this scene where Groovy is the crossfire locked as Groovy's forced out into the open by the presence of the forward man. Kill credited to Minio. And the advantage extends for 9 even further. Hades up next, shot onto Propler. Good flick to the adjustment, and it just looks so good from 9 right here.
It just shows that they're working that ability, being quite fluid on the CT side, working information, being able to make advances while they've got the opening man advantage. And Goofy playing defensive out there towards short. Kyler working out in the long control. I doubt you'll get a bomb plant here at all. Only one casualty goes down of Goofy, and that's a very strong round coming out from 9.
A 4-0 start. Continuing to stack up the early game, and there's really not much that you can see in the back lanes here for the Victory Zigzag side. They are putting quite a hard effort to get very little out of it, and you're just talking about the confidence a moment there. The situation, of course, with their whole sort of confidence game, right? One casualty in that last round, a couple of rounds where they've not really gotten a lot of damage, right? You're talking about the Deagle pistol, for example, hoping they can keep the economy low over on the 9 side, but that's really not happened so far. It really just has been that confident affair that we were expecting out of the favourites.
And again, we'll have to go and see if we can gather more information as these rifle rounds continue on. Is it just going to be an absolute slaughter here from 9? We've only seen one present rifle round. A further understanding that at least a good lead going into the second half can make it quite comfortable for 9 to take this map. But, I mean, even to think about the Polish rivalry, right? I mean, I was looking back at Groovy's history. He actually played one event with Hades under the AGO banner. Other than that, he hasn't played with anyone from 9. And I think that kind of shows, right, the older generation versus the newer generation. We know that someone like Groovy played on AGO for many, many years, played with more of the veterans and the older guys in the scene.
Oh, surely he'd have some history with Nora, right? The coach over on 9. There must be some. Really?
Nothing.
Not even that.
He played with Ponchek, who's the assistant coach of this 9 side. Most recently came in on Ungentium, but even that was last year. I mean, that was very recently.
That's so sort of curious with just the knowledge of where these players have played in the past, particularly on the 9 side, obviously, even like the Vissla sides, the Avezes, the Illuminars, all those Polish teams that all these guys are sort of shuffled around. It's kind of curious to know that they've sort of been ships passing in the wind. Might have been on some of these teams at certain points, but not all together, and certainly not the links when it comes to that side of things. Of course, they are all interconnected over on the 9 camp, as we would expect. So let's see whether or not that will come up to any sort of extra fruition in terms of their chemistry and commitment. Certainly needing to rock the firepower over on the Victory Zigzag side, because they have done quite a lot of nothing at the moment. Need to see some confidence from the T side. It is very early doors, so it can still change.
Yeah, when we saw those 2 officials against both Big and 9 Pandas out on Ancient when it came to the open qualifier, it was Mertz and Mups G that were 2 of the standout entities, the guys that were creating the most amount of impact. Here on T side, they're still trying to see if they can make something happen very fast with the smokes out towards A.
Tech 9, a Propler first in. Hades is going to get caught off guard, but Kyler domes into, does get overwhelmed with the numbers game in the end. These pistols getting a bit of damage. A couple of rifles now to play with, as Minio will also drop. And it seems like Victory Zigzag may well take their first round off the pistol steal. I say that, but Kai is going to get one back over towards Donut and try blind firing just at the edge of those smokes. Goofy going to make his way through the smoke, and Mertz can put him down. Very ballsy and aggressive stuff there from the 9 side, and it will not work out towards their favor. Kai has the kit, as a little bit of utility. If he gets the kill early, maybe he will make his way into some sort of attempt at a retake, but not to be against Mertz. he will be able to force out the 3 kills and the first round for the Zigzag side.
So one thing that you can note there from Victory Zigzag is they go in for the very fast rush towards A with the smoke down towards Donut and the smoke to CT. Now, what was the winning element in that round was Bubbles on the backstab. Everyone came out of A main except for Bubble. He came out elbow late, got himself in towards Donut, and that one kill just before the bomb went down really changed the complexion of the round entirely.
They're right back on the guns here for the 9 camp. Of course, plenty of cash available to them in the savings. Not so much now that they put in to the AWP and the M4s. The AWP, which of course will strike first and foremost. First man down is Groovy again in this main control. 9 have been winning these fights pretty consistently. Usually Kyler and Minio that press that angle. Kyler will still be there to hold down main. Mid is defended. A lot of emphasis towards that B-bomb site. Kai especially. Look at how far forward he's going to get. Mups has no idea of the danger he's in. And that might even be the bomb taken by the CT side. If they want to continue extending out towards the doorways, and they'll find that, and that should basically be round.
Yeah, they won't extend further than the door. At least they shouldn't do. Instead, they should just hold the man advantage. Minio's in a good position out here towards the mid-cubby. Propler keeping his eyes locked out there towards that donut control. Goofy thinking about the overextension out here towards Cheetah. Could get caught off guard by Bubble if he does.
But with that train on Kai, it's probably not a good idea to continue pressing the issue here. You have got the 4-on-2 advantage. I think they recognize that. Goofy even backing up towards the corner actually does get isolated by Bubble. And now things start to get a little bit more concerning. Hades backs up the AWP, only thing to defend the B-bomb side, but he lands a shot on Mertz, his second kill in the round. Sees the flash coming in from the other T-side player, so that will call in for backup. And Minio's got the short cross lock, so the spray comes through. And that will dome him in. Again, 3 players alive. 9 continue their confidence after a small hiccup.
And that was actually a very good move there from Kai. So what you'll notice is Victory Zigzag knew that he was in Cheetah, and they actually put a molly out towards the reverse corner, where the typical molly is after the first one went out. And Kai just knows, if I run back towards the entrance, I'm going to die from Bubble towards Shelf. So he's going to try and work around that util, hide himself in that smoke, give himself the height advantage, and still get away with damage. I wonder if it's back towards the A main play, or at least the execution, because that was successful for their first round victory.
A big swing up from Mups G, Kyler, AK, HE's at the ready. Propler is going to start things off again for the Zigzag side, the opening kill. Will it be any further than that? Kyler is ready for the donut face, getting that first and that second. Propler traded back. Hades now held back behind the other side of the box. Still trying to look for the face. Kyler's got that extra support though. Mertz and Groovy going down. Bubble with no chance. The 4K from Kyler working so well to dish out the damage and hold down the bomb site for 9. There is nothing that Victory Zigzag can do.
And that's got to be so frustrating from the T-side perspective. Getting that opening man advantage onto Kai, who aggressed out there towards Cheetah, and just trying to split that emphasis down there towards A, put some control out towards Donut, and the off angle gets held from Kyler. And not only does he deal with that split of the first few players coming out from Donut, but just more, being able to gather those extra few kills of the A main entities.
Yeah, 6-1 so far, and this was the concerning thing we were talking about with this kind of matchup. Yes, it is a weakened map for the 9 side, but playing at that higher caliber, you can expect them to be able to have the protocols in place, have the chemistry about the team itself, have the firepower in the individual players, just to be able to dish out all the damage that they're doing right now to the Victory Zigzag side. And I don't want to call it a write-off just yet, but if this keeps on going with no solutions, then it will become one very quickly.
And even looking back to that game against Big that we saw in the quarterfinals, the Victory Zigzag side started on T side, they only managed 5 rounds. I mean, right now, thinking about 5+ rounds on T side is maybe even a stretch. You just want to try and see if you can get some momentum, get a few rounds in a row, because 9 are challenging and quite a lot. I mean, even Hades with the AWP, he's moving around quite a bit. He's playing aggressively in some of those A main setups. He's playing out towards a B site. He's playing out from Red Room. That's going to make it very difficult for Victory Zigzag to deal with when he's constantly being versatile around the map.
And with the player that's traditionally seen as like the star element here for this 9 side, coming down from the tier 1 space to return to the Polish scene and bring this team the extra like kick in the backside they need to really find the momentum that they've had so far in this year, right? So you kind of need to deal with a player like Hades, and you need to find a way to lock him down when he's nowhere consistent, when you can't find the consistent angle he's playing at. That's going to become a concerning problem, and he's been able to utilize himself in mid, utilize himself towards main in the last couple of rounds as well to deal with Groovy's early entries, and players players like him are just not getting the chances that they need to find those opening picks against the aggressive players of the CT side.
And I think the first thing that at least Victory Zigzag need to deal with is going to be Kai. I think they've been contesting lane the majority of the rounds. They've been putting U2 out there towards Cheetah, but they need to find a different avenue of approach, whether it's playing really passive against Cheetah or playing very heavy against Cheetah. That's going to have to be something that Bubble and Co have to look at and say, right, we need to come up with a game plan and we need to be able to execute it, because right now that's a danger zone on the map.
Yeah, and he's, I think, claimed the top frag position for that as a result because of the nature of how well he's been consistently dishing out the damage, again, getting rid of the opening players and following up as well with further frags on that, just dismantling the Victory Zigzag side. So the efficiency with which this 9 side are working, again, it's just a constant thorn in the side of Victory Zigzag. They need to find a solution soon. Where that solution is going to come from is something we can speculate all day, but we'll get right back into it and see whether or not they can find anything at this stage. The buy-up, not so hot, Dweg.
No, not massively, but they're using this as a half investment. You've got a little bit of extra money going down onto players like MupsG, just because they're on the max round loss bonus, and they know that they have to make these rounds threatening.
It's again quick from 2 players into the mid control, diving back out towards the donut entrance. The smokes are in the way, so they can set up a bit more of an advanced crossfire. Kyler and Minio Propler be the first man forward, sprays down with Mertz's Deagle to catch off Kyler to kick things off.
A good opening start here, and now they can even start abusing that red control. Minio just working on that faded smoke. Hades on the rotation back towards red, denies any accountability towards mid, so now the T's run it up ramp.
They've got an open B bomb site, but still at a man disadvantage. 9, even when they concede the opening kills, it's just brought right back for them. Hades in the back line of the B site. Groovy is dead to right. Now 2 left standing on the Victory Zigzag side. Minio is going to get caught by one of those Galils. The other one, a Bubble, playing out the long control, and Hades has swapped places with them. Swing forward, lands another, a triple, a quadra in this round, making it look so simple.
And it's even moments like that where you look at it from Victory Zigzag. They had the opening start. They had that first engage out there towards mid. Propler did well to trying to regroup some of that space. And they think about the quick protocol of, okay, let's try and get up towards Donut quickly, or at least put some pressure onto red. And it's just that instant rotation from Hades, instant impact from him in that round.
And outside of that 1 steal round, Victory Zigzag are still yet to find their confidence. Bomb plant bonus has at least been secured, so they can rebuy with the AKs into round 9. They have got a long way back from here. The mountains of Poland, it seems. Quick up from the AWP of Hades. It has been found by Mups, but not dead just yet. It's Kai again to lean out from lane, in from window, strike out elbow, Propler's down.
And MupsG's just stuck out here towards the mid-control. He needs some counteraction from the A players. Kyler does get deleted straight away, so they can at least get the bomb down and fight out here towards Donut.
But Hades is the man that holds Donut, gets Groovy, swings back for more. Might get over one of the 2 players that are out here. Here's the footsteps, but still lands on Mertz. Trades places and almost gets Bubble, but Bubble can get that trade. Not before his teammates have fallen all around him. That leg shot on Goofy will not be good enough. He needs to strike back for that kill. Meanwhile, Kai's made his way onto the bomb site. So Bubble has no escape here.
Just completely stuck. Even that reposition from Goofy. Playing up towards red, then starts playing down towards a lower mid portion. 8-1. And it's moments like that where they're putting pressure onto Hades. They're trying to fight him in from the right side of Donut. They're trying to fight him in from the front side of Donut. And he's still multi-fragging. He's still putting up huge amounts of impact kills. This has got to be so frustrating for the T side right now.
And the tactical will get called in appropriate. The circumstances are not great for Victory Zigzag. They have not been great for quite a while. But where does that impact come from? Where do they find a play that can finally break the backs of the 9 side? Who's the one to force it out? Like guys like Propler and Mertz have been good with their entries. Mertz currently the top frag position, so you kind of hope that one of those guys are involved in the plays that force out these rounds here.
I mean, first off, their entry kills have been great. They've been getting a lot of 5v4s. It's the mid-round and the counter protocols that 9 are offering, which is the struggle against. And it just shows the team experience that they have.
7 to the good. Half advantage gained on CT already. Victory Zigzag. Molly's sent in against the CT side. Going to try and drive guys like Kai back. Set in towards the cave position rather than Cheetah. Playing pretty aggressive as of late, but now that they've taken a moment to rethink their strategy, they are going to force a little bit of fear into the 9 side. Can they force a break for it? AK of Mup still not able to get that opening kill.
They don't know that there's 2 out towards this cave position right now. Grease Smoke can come down towards Goofy. That could be a very good bait in the late round situation if they just start putting some pressure out there towards Cheetah and Cave and don't realize that there's a second entity there. A much slower round here from Victory. And get a re-smoke up towards that red position. Oh, there's a massive gap.
Burst through, attempting to get some shots on kills. Just damage being done to the T side, though. We still remain at the 5-on-5 with 40 seconds to go. Kai may be in for a rude awakening. A lot of T side players around this corner. Hades is going to pop out alongside Goofy to get these players to drop, get an opening kill. Goofy now back to the site defensive as Kai faces and fights on Bubble. Gets a lot of damage on Monks as well in the back line. Goofy can probably capitalize upon that. Hades holds his nerve, but only for so long. Minio's on the backup rotation will get here to reduce it to a 1-on-2. Bomb should get picked up and planted, and maybe not even that, actually. The backside of Kyler's coming in quick. The Molotovs are sent back towards Propler. Should force him into the open, into the demise of the CT side. And there it is. Kyler to strike last, and 9 continued the streak.
What a beautiful B-hold coming through from 9. Everyone producing with impact right there. You had Kai in towards the Cheetah position itself, and then went passive out towards Cave. He still gets away with 1 pick. Goofy on the side gets 1. Hades gets another. And it just shows that they're back and forth, even trading with those quick rotations. Minio coming out towards that short control pretty much instantly, and then just that backstab out towards bottom ramp. Nothing that Propler can do in that 1v2 at all.
Second tactical. Victory Zigzag still not able to catch a break. And 9 are putting up the hurt for it. Top end of the tier 2 scene. Experience of these guys just working so well to decimate the opposing team on their own map pick. And I'm still not seeing signs of it getting better, Dweg. I'm still not seeing the plausibility of the Victory Zigzag camp. Seen a couple of moments where, yes, they've got the decent start, they found those opening picks, but the rounds are still going the way of 9. They find a way to counteract. And with the way this is going, this looks to be a very one-sided half, maybe most likely, actually, a one-sided map. Back onto the defaults. What is the solution?
Well, there isn't much, to be honest. Again, the defaults they've been outclassed on, and they've got to try and get some of that X factor involved. They've got to start working some of these individual players. Minio seeing quite a lot out here towards a mid control. Still looking to fight from red, though.
Like gap in that smoke if you press the issue. Hades has caught the opening pick again from Propler outside of the donut entrance in mid. He'll be forced back by the flashbang sent in by the T side and Muck. The catch overextending CT players. He only gets 1 frag through. That should have been a sitter of a 2K. And it forces the main T side force to act into the B-bomb site.
And Goofy could just play passive out here towards long, not being smoked off at the moment. He could hold that ramp cross and wait to see if a T side player crosses.
Plant secured. Goofy taking some more damage. Rotations are inbound on the CT side, getting ready to converge upon the retake. Ruby backed up here at ramp, still eyes set on for CT. Entries, Bubble and Kyler go back and forth. Minio can get the advantage and extend it here for 9. All left to Mertz in a 1 versus 3. He'll take his fight against Minio to start things off. Needs to get 2 more though. They face fire. Kyler Molotoving Mertz out that position. He'll try for the wallbang sprays, which will force him out at the moment. But 19 HP, he won't get back on that bomb in time. Forced to fall back and save the weapon once again. It's 10-1 now for 9.
And it just shows that slight missed opportunity there from MupsG, because you're right there, Jay. 2 kills, walking far in front of him towards that red control. Need to be getting them if you want to turn that into a round victory. That could have sort of ensued the backstab and the lurk attempt, the pressure in towards CT, maybe even rotated Goofy off of that long control. Not enough in that position. And 9, I mean, they're just outclassing them right now. They're showing how strong this team can be. And there are no signs of letting up still. Mups
trying his best to get something out of this cheater control, but Kai is once again struck. Mercs to fall. Hades to get the AWP pick onto MuxG. Bubble will be able to overwhelm the rifle, but the AWP is still in the corner, and he'll land him. 4-on-2 once again.
30 kills between Hades and Kai. We're not even going into the second half just yet. And Groovy gets 1 kill to try and open up this donut control, but they know that there's another A player.
Groovy, such low HP, isolated from his teammates. Propler down and out, makes it easy for Kyler to play his position and just wreck them. And it's good to see those two, Hades and Kai, of course, stacking up on the board itself. You mentioned 30 kills between the two of them. It's actually kind of curious that they used to play together for a little bit, and then when coming back into this team, Hades had a lot to say about Kai's aggressive play. We're seeing that quite a lot in this matchup, and it's working well for the both of them.
There's just a lot of movement in and around Cheetah and constantly winning duels. That is, again, the death zone the victory Zigzag cannot deal with. 11-1. Pace out towards what looks to be a B hit. Get a boost up for the AWP to look in for an opening long pick.
No one holds it long. Again, it's Kai taking that trademark aggression straight to Bubble through the wall bang. Goofy there to the back lanes at short will take some dink down damage, suppressed by the wall bang, so it's not like he's dead. Mertz can land on Goofy, finally get that one trade, but Kai still holding in at Cave. It's Cheetah being cleared out now by Minio. They do find a follow-up responsive, so it is a 3-on-3 situation. And Groovy trying to sneak in the back line, try to catch off Hades from an aggressive stance. Maybe this could be a way back in for Zigzag.
Now, this is a very winnable round. That deeper smoke out towards CT is just wasting so much time. And this is the first time on a retake that 9 don't have someone on the backstab towards ramp.
Hades caught by the smoke, clearing. No, he finds Groovy. And Kai will finish off Mertz in an instant. A very lightning-fast retake. A triple from Kai. And a 12th for 9.
And that's not an easy shot for Hades to hit whatsoever. As soon as that smoke clears, just an instant connection. Another tactical timeout coming through from the T side, because they've had chances, but there hasn't been many. So when you're not converting those chances into round victories, you just feel like this game is done. Not only this map, but this game is done, because 9 are just putting on so many rounds right now. And it's uncomfortable. They're not getting the players fueled up. They're not getting anyone up towards double digits just yet. I mean, it's a pounding. It's an absolute destruction right now in this first map.
Just overwhelming. And even if they get a 12-3 half, it feels like victory Zigzag have no real way back into it. It'll be the opposite of victory today. What kind of response can you generate? What kind of life, if you have any, can you show to the world and show to 9? Guns in as standard, the T's fast up in position. The shots on from Hades landing to Propler in the back lines. He'll continue swinging for more. Make it a triple sequence, a quadra perhaps, potentially. Pistols are pulled and Bubble can at least get that trade from an overly aggressive AWP, but Hades has done more than enough. It's another 4v2 for 9.
Groovy might be able to get this kill onto Kai, aggressive through that CT smoke, and finally gets punished, but they've still got to try and get that bomb down, and the HP numbers are just so low.
Can't win any of these individual fights. Goofy's caught Groovy, and, well, Bubble 1-on-3. Does at least get a pick back towards CT. Needs to isolate the next 2 individuals. And it's good that he has an AWP at this kind of HP, because he's going to need to hit both those opening shots of the kills. It's not going to happen. 13-1, 9 on a complete roll. Looking to steamroll the victory Zigzag side.
And I think if you're 9, this is the best outcome possible going into an upper bracket quarterfinal like this, because there are some strong teams in this bracket. You have a look at the new Bet Boom project. Haven't seen many officials under their belt. The Apex with Kakanito coming into the lineup, NIP and OG as well for the invite stage. And just think, you want to get that confidence high. You want to get clean victories.
Fast in for the final round, seeing if Mups can force the issue against several players. He will get a couple of kills out of that, but 2 of his teammates have fallen, Propler and Mertz. Down and out to the 3-on-3, and look at Kai's insertion point here back at Tetris. They have no idea that he's just snuck behind the smoke. They'll keep their heads on a swivel, but they won't check all the way towards the elbow position. This is a very awkward stance to take for both sides here. Can they isolate Hades?
Oh, good timing there from Groovy. And now Kai can set up that backstab out towards A main, but it's so unfortunate of that timing that he thought he was making an info play that they could stack up the B site, and instead they've just walked into mid completely uncontested.
Perhaps Victory Zigzag will find themselves in with a second round as a consolation prize. M4 swing, Kai gets nothing, Goofy. All that remains, the 1-on-3 coming in from Donut, making quite a fair amount of noise to this. Doesn't even have a kit somehow. Still finds Bubble, still finds Mups. One man left, where's Groovy? Out in the open towards CT, he's gonna hide. He knows he can play with a timer here, and Goofy has wasted too much. So, a second round for Victory Zigzag, a consolation at the T side, but still a 13-2 at the turn of the half. 9 look fantastic going into the second half after the break.
So hard to let go. Take a chance, touch the sky, and you might just like what you find. Let's risk it all, put it on the line. Go and spread your wings. Let's find out if you fly. Let's find out if you so hard to let go. Take a chance, touch the sky, and you might just like what you find. Let's risk it all, put it on the line. Go and spread your wings. Let's find out if you fly. Let's find out if you fly.
It is worst case scenario for Victory Zigzag here on Ancient, their own map pick, and 9 are just knocking them out. At least Proper can start the pistol on the right stage here on the second half. Mups alongside him can get the 2-for-1 trades, but 9 scrambling, taking that bomb elsewhere, making some noise out towards the B bomb site. And you can see how many times in that last half they've made disadvantage situations work for them. At least Goofy is going to go down. Kyler will try to draw attention, but with the bomb being dropped on Mertz's part, now all left to Kyler to try and clutch a 1v4.
Well, there we go. We've got to be searching for small positives here for Victory Zigzag. This looks to be a massive one going into the second half. Getting off with the pistol victory, or have I spoken too soon? Mups is tucked in and around lane, and Kyler does have the workability of at least the clock, but the bomb's dropped out in the open towards that elbow control.
He basically has to win both of these fights individually. Slow but sure, backed up into lane. Pressing on, or was going to press on towards that lane window position. Can wrap around towards spawn to grab the bomb, but the timer being where it is, I don't know if he'll be able to hit the A site in time.
Oh yeah, he's got plenty of time to get towards A. There's no problem about that at all. It's what he has to do about the fights though, because Probler's going to take a duel against him pretty much straight away.
And he'll win it.
Yeah.
Straight headshot, easy pickings, 3 to the board of victory. Zigzag, an all-important pistol, one that was pretty much required, I want to say, to get them back into this matchup, or at least to start getting them back into this matchup, because it's still 10 rounds to make up, even with that pistol win. And 9 got plenty of time to get just the 3 rounds required to close this one out.
And if you're Victory Zigzag, you need to treat this second round as no one can fall. We need everyone to be staying alive. We have to try and not allow a bomb plant to go down from 9, and the streak has to start from the get-go. You can't allow any of these quick rounds to go the way of 9.
Bubble does get overwhelmed by the good flash timing. The pistols, as a mass force of T-side players, able to get them back. A couple of responses from Mups and Nerds, though, however, able to take back control of the B-bomb site. A couple more picks away from them, and they were able to get the defuse in. And 9 with those pistols alone are just about able to achieve the primary thing that you're looking for in this case, the bomb plant bonus into the rifles for the next round.
And did you know, Jay, that out of anybody on this server today, Mertz is the only player that's played a previous IEM Sydney back in 2019 with Heroic, and it was a very different Heroic lineup than what we're used to today. Essertag, Freiberg, Blame F, Stown, and of course Mertz himself.
We can argue probably the most experienced player on this Victory Zigzag team to a certain extent, given this time on both Heroic and North.
I would say at the Tier 1 level, most certainly. When it comes to the length of the career, it would probably go the way of Bubble, but yeah, playing on massive stage events in the past.
Well, unfortunately, the Victory Zigzag side have yet to benefit from that experience. Starting to get spooled up here on CT side, but will it get shut down before the comeback is even on? Again, 9 have the full weapons, no expense spared.
This is unreal. How much space Kai is taking right now. He's been able to get all the way in towards red, and there's actually no red player. It was Mups G that was playing quite defensive, but he's now moved off. Now, Kai's just going to be pulling distraction out here now.
Where do the T's want to work with it? Second player joins him in red. Main force in the mid control also back away a little bit. That smoke goes right past Mertz as Groovy is challenged in at Donut. Several players looking to face him. 3 in total. 1 to split out towards main. They want to go for the A hit, and well, Groovy's going to get overwhelmed in an instant. Headshot gained easy. Minio follows up. That's the A site fallen. Kai still fighting as well in red, cutting those rotations off, slowing down the CT side and reducing them to 2 players. Make it 1 with Hades' shot. Propler alone in the clutch.
I think it shows how desperate right now Victory Zigzag are that they're even attempting that 2v4 retake. That they're not just saving instantly and allowing Propler to drop a weapon and allowing Bubble to drop a weapon in that next round. And money situations just got awful. 9 with a very sweet double entry there from Minio. You've got Groovy with a slight off angle and the height advantage out there towards Donut. Just gets deleted, and then Mups G can't find anything either. Propler, even a slight hunt out here towards T-spawn, and you got Minio coming out from B as well.
Kyler does go falling. A small consolation, but one of the smallest ones you could ask for here for the VZ camp. Money is crippled. You've got Groovy on 1,500, Ups on 1,600. Double eco status for those boys. Propler holding on to that M4 is a saving grace for them.
I mean, you got to be buying it down here. Just knowing it's 4 to 14, even if it is just only 2 players on double eco, you just don't have the rounds to work with whatsoever.
At least it's a rifle that you can drop over. Get 1 more out if he desires, and I imagine he will. two weapons to play with, and in a game like CS, that can make all the difference if you play your cards right.
I mean, fair play to the tactical timeouts, right? I mean, right here for Victory Zigzag, they're getting absolutely demolished, and they've still used all their attacks. They're still trying to treat this as a proper official. Yeah, they might be a mix, and they might just be working together in this qualifier, and then they'll probably split things after. You've still got an official to play, and you've still got to try and play to the best of your ability up against 9.
Still a second map, still a lower bracket, still lots to come here from the Victory Zigzag side in this tournament. Again, we'll be following the loser of this match against the loser of NIP, and one win is also going on over on the B stream. Our focus here against the 9 side, who have backed away from the aggressive plays. Victory Zigzag trying to make a move, trying to force something out against this T side. Desperate to gain some semblance of control in this matchup. They've had so little of it. Even though they will stop 9 from going for the early B here, all they've done is just stalled the eventual execution. The defaults lean back in towards mid as they start to take red, which is once again uncontested right now.
Yeah, it's turning into a gamble stack right now. 3 players out towards red and 2 towards donut. They're going to try and put pressure onto mid.
Engagement swing from Kai can get one, not the second, and Propler can trade. Goofy is going to take him right back out of the fold. M4 in the hands of Mertz, and they recognize how that stack has worked, how that rotation has happened, and they also realize to connect the dots. The beat is completely open for it. Get that bomb on site, not ready for the plant just yet. Mertz is coming in with backup, and Hades will deal with the back line. Mupsg dead, 3-on-2.
Goofy could get caught at a timing when that smoke clears of whether Mertz can walk out into the open and not get detected.
Slow prod. Hades, AWP, trying to lean in. Kyler's going to get caught and dealt with on Groovy's part. Mertz all alone, 1-on-3. Trying his best to make it up to the bomb site, and did catch a decent swing back from Kyler, but couldn't land on the important player of Goofy and Hades. 15-4, map point for 9.
Now, Victory Zigzag, unfortunately, because it was a force buy even in that last round, it tells you where the economy was really lying. The loss bonus just isn't there. 1900 going into round 20. You're scraping together 1 SMG, pistols for everybody else. And this is looking to be the worst one-sided map that we could see all day.
I introduced the half by saying it was worst case scenario, and it really has been that from the word go. Not a fun time to be Victory Zigzag.
Bubbles lean quite aggressively down here towards the bottom of the ramp control. Can at least press a little bit further forward to make that information happen, but Minio just cuts off the MP9. And now look at even the map control they've gained. 5v2. Groovy, last one left in the 1v5. Just trying to see if he can get that final kill out there towards A main, but not going to happen. 16-4. 9 putting up a very impressive fight when it comes to the overall marker. And I think when you just look at the whole situation, you have to look at 9 and think, wasn't much of a challenge at all. Seemed like they were not under threat by a massive amount. And for Victory Zigzag...